Hello and welcome in. It's time for week 4 of Out of the Park Baseball, the Lansing Lugnuts 2020 season simulated. I'm Jesse Goldberg-Strassler, joined by Adam Jaksa. And Adam, are you ready for another Lugnuts and this time Loons game in OOTP?
Absolutely, Jesse. We've had some good games so far and excited for another battle between the Lugnuts and the Loons today.
Interesting choice. The Lugnuts are going to start the right-hander Kyle Johnston, acquired from the Washington Nationals. In the simulation, he had been so good out of the bullpen, so let's see how he is in the starting rotation.
Yeah, he came over last year, was traded right around this time at the end of July, comes to Toronto, and he's from a familiar spot where one of the other starters for the Lugnuts was last year. He's a Flower Mound, Texas guy. As you remember, Sean Weimer was from Flower Mound. So a little of consistency down there in Texas for a couple of starters over the last couple of years for the Lugnuts.
Of the famous flowering mound. You can Google image search. There are a lot of flowers on that mound. The Lugnuts come into play today with a record of 33-45 in the simulation, trying to get things together. And meanwhile, the Loons on the other side, 38-40. But there are a lot of big names that you're going to recognize. And now it is time to go through your Lansing Lugnuts starting lineup. First, leading off, playing shortstop, it's Otto Lopez. Batting second, the catcher, Gabriel Moreno. Hitting third at third base today, Jordan Groshans. Batting fourth, the cleanup hitter, and the Granger cleanup hitter at that, which means that if he collects a base hit, we will donate 2 tickets to a local nonprofit if he does collect that base hit. So that would be Will Robertson, the right fielder. Batting fifth, the DH, Phil Clark. Hitting sixth at first base, Jake Brodt. Batting seventh in left field, Norberto Obeso. Hitting eighth at second base, L.J. Talley. And rounding off the order, batting ninth, the center fielder, Hunter Steinmetz. Adam, your spotlight Lugnut.
I'm going to go with Jordan Groshans, Jesse. And throughout this virtual OOTP, Out of the Park Baseball League that we've done, Groshans went down with an injury, just as he did similarly last year in the actual Lugnuts season. So similar as what we saw last year where he came back for a stint. Now he's back. He dropped down, I believe, in this virtual simulation, is now back with the Lugnuts. So interested to see what impact he makes today. And also he shifted over to third base defensively. So Jordan Groshans, the man I'm watching.
There's been a lot of thought within the Blue Jays organization. Is Groshans a future shortstop? If he is, where does that put Bo Bichette? So might as well diversify him defensively, and potentially down the road, he could be the Blue Jays' third baseman of the future, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. just shifts right across the diamond.
And we've talked about it. There's a lot of really good prospects at the shortstop position in the Blue Jays organization. So as you said, it would be beneficial for him to be diverse and be able to play the hot corner, play shortstop, potentially swing to a second base, give him a better opportunity to get up and play with the big league club.
Lugnuts right-hander Kyle Johnston is on the mound, and he'll take on this Great Lakes Loons starting lineup. The Loons 38-40 for manager John Shoemaker against Luis Hurtado's Lugnuts. He'll lead off with the shortstop Albert Suarez. Batting second, center field Danny Sinatro. Hitting third, the first baseman Miguel Vargas, one of the top hitting prospects in the Dodgers organization. Batting fourth, the right fielder Ryan Ward. Hitting fifth, DHing Jimmy Titus. Batting sixth in left field, it's Andrew Shaps. Then the catcher batting seventh, Chase Barbary. Hitting eighth, the second baseman, Cole Kruder. Batting ninth, rounding off the order, the third baseman, Luke Heyer for the Loons. Adam, they'll start the right-hander Chris Mathewson. We've seen Chris Mathewson pitching for Midland before, and back he goes to the mound at Dow Diamond.
Yeah, he was with the Loons back in 2017. He's a 19th round selection by the Dodgers. That was back in 2016. So he's in his mid-20s, a guy certainly that has had some as games, as you mentioned, against the Lansing Lugnuts. So it'll be interesting. This matchup today, a guy that got traded last year to the Lugnuts and a guy in Mathewson that has been with the Loons a few seasons ago.
And coming up next, we'll have your first pitch and the call of the game. Out of the Park Baseball, Lansing Lugnuts at Great Lakes Loons. With Adam, I'm Jesse. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Reagan. We're at the Lansing Lugnuts, and I'm going to throw out the first pitch.
You got the rhythm, you got the beat, you gotta clap your hands, you
We are just about to get started. The Lansing Lugnuts and the Great Lakes Loons. Chris Mathewson on the mound for the Loons against Lopez, Moreno, and Groshans to get us going. It's Otto Lopez to lead things off. So glad to have you along with us. Blue skies above from Dow Diamond in Midland, just up the road, about an hour and a half north, slightly to the east of Michigan State Capitol. It's right-hander against right-hander, and they'll play him straight away in the outfield and straight up in the infield. A 2-1 pitch to Lopez is grounded right past the third baseman higher, too hot to handle. Otto's on as Shaps gets it back into the infield, and a leadoff single for Lansing. Brings up Gabriel Moreno next. You see the Loons defense. Barbary is the catcher. First base Vargas, Kruger at second. Suarez at short and higher at third. There's a pop-up toward third, and there is Luke Higher to make the catch. There's one gone. In the outfield, Shaps is in left, in center field Sinatro, and in right field Ward for the Great Lakes Loons wearing their white. And Adam, what would you call their red? Like a burgundy? Jordan Groshans takes outside, and there's a walk for the Lugnuts.
Yeah, I think that's it is close to a brownish burgundy type of color.
Right. Here's Will Robertson. Robertson batting left, 2 on and 1 out, and no score in the top of the first inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Robertson grounds it, or actually hit it on a line, nabbed by the second baseman Kruger. Good job by the runners returning. Bo Clark steps in next, 2 on and 2 out. Clark gets under 1. Left side and again Higher coming over with a little bit of a slide and a skid on the grass approaching the mound. The Lansing Lugnuts strand 2, a single and a walk, no runs scored. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Adam Kyle Johnston is coming out to take them out. What are your keys?
Well, for Kyle Johnston, I think he just needs to get off to a good start, hit the strike zone, and force these Loons hitters to be aggressive. As we know, they've got a great lineup.
Albert Suarez strokes one on the line to right field, but right there is Will Robertson to make the catch, and there's one gone. Robertson in right, Steinmetz in center, and Obeso in left. Groshans at third, Lopez at short, Talley at second, Broad at first, catcher Gabby Moreno. Here's Danny Sinatro. Sinatro skies it, center field, Steinmetz a dive! He made the catch, laying out to the infield to Rob Sinatro.
Well, we've seen that many times from Hunter Steinmetz in this virtual season and last year for the Lugnuts. He's a guy that makes tremendous grabs.
And now here's Miguel Vargas, who hits one up the middle and somehow eluded LJ Talley. Looked like that ball hit off a pebble and bounded right past LJ. That's a 2-out single for Great Lakes.
You hate to call out the ground screw, but we got to get those pebbles out of the infield of Dow Diamond. Did you see that, Jesse? They had the shift implied there on Vargas, and he still hit through it.
It worked out well. Talley couldn't get there. There's a line drive to center. Steinmetz again, Superman style. That robs Ward, and that ends the frame. So the Great Lakes Loons come up with nothing, and we go to the second. It is the Loons nothing, the Lugnuts nothing. And you're listening and watching right here on OOTP. Shop at the online nuts and bolt store for all your Lugnuts merchandise needs. Special deal right now, where if you purchase one of these 4 shirts, 2 tickets will be donated to frontline workers. That's the online nuts and bolt store. Go to LansingLugnuts.com or visit the store in person 11 to 3 p.m. Wear your mask, Monday through Friday. We start up the top of the second inning. Jake Brote, Norberto Obeso, and LJ Talley are coming up against Chris Mathewson. Jesse Goldberg-Strassler, joined by Adam Jaksa. No score between the Loons and the Lugnuts. Right-hander against right-hander. 1-2 to Jake Brote. Down he goes on strikes. Adam's strikeouts have been a trouble for Brote.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the Lugnuts, after getting a couple of guys on in the first, fall victim to their first strikeout here in the second.
There was a chance. Lopez a single, Groshans a walk. 1 out, nobody on. First at bat, Norberto Obeso batting from the left side. This is a 2-0. Sends it toward short, and that got right through Suarez. Was that another bad bounce? It's relayed back into the infield by Sinatro. That's a 1-out single for Norberto Obeso.
How many pebbles are out there in the middle of the infield today, Jesse?
Well, you know, one went against the Lansing Lugnuts, but that one went for them. Obeso's on with 1 gone. That brings up Talley. Obeso takes off for second base, throw down by Barbary in time. Tag applied by the shortstop Suarez. And so much for the base runner. Caught stealing, 2 outs, nobody on. 3-ball, 2-strike count to L.J. Talley. Talley dribbles one to the right of the mound. Mathewson handles it himself. Lansing Lugnuts strand nobody. Mathewson faces the minimum. We are through 1.5 from Dow Diamond. No score. As we open up the bottom of the second inning, Titus Shaps and Barbary, 5-6-7 for the Great Lakes Loons, taking on the right-hander Kyle Johnston. Here's the pitch. That is Sky down the right field line toward the corner. Trouble for Robertson at the fence. He hauls it in, and then his back slams into that blue wall. One gone.
Well, I'll tell you what, we have seen some tremendous catches by both the Lugnuts and the Loons outfielders in this game.
Andrew Sheps tries to lay down a bunt, but he popped it up right to the pitcher. Johnston handles for out number 2. Here's Chase Barbary. Adam, it's true. The defense has been a show. Hunter Steinmetz, Will Robertson. Barbary rolls one routinely to second. That's much easier for L.J. Talley. And that concludes a 1-2-3 bottom of the second inning. We are on our way to the third. It is Lansing nothing, Great Lakes nothing from Dow Diamond on OOTP. Thank you to our partners at Jaksa National Life Insurance for their continued support of Lugnuts Baseball. 2 innings down, we start up the third. Adam Jaksa with the call of the game.
All right, Jesse, thanks so much. It's been a quick one so far. Just a few base hits and a walk are only base runners for either team. Here's Hunter Steinmetz to lead off for the Lugnuts. Smacks one out just over the head of the second baseman, Kruder, and that's down for a base hit. Good start for the Lugnuts. They've got their 3rd hit in this game.
Did not hit it flush at him, but just a dying quail into shallow right field.
How about the game for Hunter Steinmetz so far? A couple of diving catches, now a base hit, and it'll be Otto Lopez's turn as we go back to the top of the order. Steinmetz takes off for second, and now he swiped a bag as well, Jesse, and is in scoring position.
He's doing everything. Defense, offense, on the bases, trying to give the Lugnuts the lead.
The 1-2 pitch, lifted out to right, carrying towards Ward, and he tracks it down. Steinmetz now will tag, and he's in safely to third on the pop out to right.
Think about it. He wouldn't have been able to do that if he was at first base. The stolen base set that up.
And now you like the fact that Gabriel Moreno usually puts the ball in play. Instead, though, he puts it in play, popping it to the right side for Miguel Vargas, and it's his second out. It'll be up to Jordan Groshans, the man we spotlighted in the Lugnuts order to start this game, trying to drive in the game's first run. Swings and lifts it out to left, hanging up, and back goes Suarez at the shortstop position to make the catch. And the Lugnuts unable to get onto the board after the base hit and swiped bag by Hunter Steinmetz. Through 2.5, no score at Dow Diamond in Midland between the Lugnuts and the Loons. Bottom of the third inning as Kyle Johnston comes back up, 8-9-1. And we get a swing and a miss, a strikeout to Cole Kruder, the second baseman.
Strike 3. Adam Johnston is looking strong to open up this game. His defense bolstered him in the early going, but now I think he's got his sea legs and he has found a groove.
And he's set down 5 straight, only allowed 1 base hit, and just racked up his first strikeout. 3-2 to higher. That's skied into center. Hit deep. Steinmetz just in front of the warning track brings it in. Already 3 catches today for Hunter Steinmetz.
He's coming in. He's going out to his left, to his right, looking like a wide receiver.
Covering a lot of ground out there. Here's Alberto Suarez. This is popped up. It'll stay in the infield. And at the last second, Jordan Groshans calls off Lopez. And that's 7 straight retired by the right-hander Kyle Johnston, the former Texas Longhorn. We're through 3 innings. No score in Midland between the Loons and the Lugs.
It is time now for our Dean Trailways Baseball Cap Shuffle. Dean Trailways, the bus stops here. Let's stop that bus in the middle Lansing Lugnuts cap. And then let's get to mixing. Follow that Dean Trailways bus. Lansing Lugnuts have utilized a lot of caps over the course of the franchise history. We're going with the Red Crown, the Black Brim, the Black L, and Luggy the Lugnut. Are you still following that Dean Choways bus? Let's stop those caps. Put them in a row. Is the Dean Choways bus under 1, 2, or 3? It was under cap number 3. And that is our Dean Choways Baseball Cap Shuffle.
3 scoreless innings of baseball brings us to the 4th in Midland. It's the Loons and the Lugnuts. Adam Jaksa, Jesse Goldberg-Strassler on Out of the Park Baseball. The Lugnuts trying to get on the board with Will Robertson, Philip Clark, and Jake Grote through the middle of the order. And the first at-bat to Robertson is a walk, and he's aboard.
You know, Adam, the Lugnuts are wearing down Chris Mathewson. He's already up to 60 pitches. That was a good at-bat by Robertson.
Yeah, 3 base hits, 2 walks already. Philip Clark takes the 0-2, drills that out the opposite way, and it falls into the gap and off the wall. Robertson is around third. He'll stop there. Coming into second is Philip Clark, and they're at second and third with nobody out thanks to the double from the DH.
I like the stop sign there. No need to chance it. Now you can just depend on the Lugnuts teammates to supply Robertson and perhaps Clark.
And Jake Grote deliver on the 3-2. He caught him looking inside corner, and Grote is the first out of the inning.
He's really struggling.
That's his second strikeout today. The only 2 strikeouts for the right-hander, Chris Mathewson. So now it's Norberto Abeso. The 2-1. This is lifted deep out to center. Sinatro tracking, and he makes the catch. The Lugnuts will tag Robertson in to score. Clark to third, and Lansing has the lead in the 4th.
Good job by Norberto Abeso. Situational hitting to get it deep enough. Not just to bring in Robertson, but to set up Phil Clark 90 feet away.
And still only 1 out, so potentially another sac fly opportunity for LJ Talley. Or, apologies, 2 outs now in the inning after the sac fly. The 1-0. That's on the ground just in front of second. Suarez throws to first and gets the play. So LJ Talley retired. The Lugnuts set down. But they do get the first run of the game thanks to the sac fly from Norberto Abeso as Will Robertson comes around. 1-0 Lansing after 3.5. So here we are in the bottom of the 4th inning. 1 out already as Sinatro is put away. And now it's Miguel Vargas' turn to step in as Kyle Johnson has really found a groove. 1-1. Lined out to right. This one gets down in front of Robertson. Finally, a base hit and a base runner for the Loons for the first time since Miguel Vargas got on in that first inning, his second base hit.
Adam, it's been Vargas. The rest of the Loons lineup has taken an 0 for against Johnston, but he's 2 for 2.
3-1 pitch. This is sent deep out to left. Actually, Abeso now turns and comes in. As that one hung up for a while, and he makes the catch. Tricky fly ball there from Ryan Ward. Becomes the second out of the inning, and it'll be up to Jimmy Titus. Titus pops it up, first base side, and Jake Grote jogs over and makes the catch for the final out. So again, the struggles continues for the Loons as Kyle Johnston only allows the base hit to Vargas. That's it. Still Lansing in front 1-0 as we get ready for the 5th inning. Four innings complete. Lansing up 1-0 for the play-by-play. Here it is with Jesse Goldberg-Strassler.
Adam Jaksa, thank you so much. Steinmetz, Lopez, Moreno coming up, 9-1-2 in the Lugnuts order, and they're leading 1-0. Begins with Hunter Steinmetz, tried to drag a bunt up the first base side, but too close to the mound. And the play made himself by the right-hander Chris Mathewson. Now back to the top of the order, Ada Lopez with 1 gone. Lopez is 1 for 2 with a single back in the first inning. Payoff pitch, taken inside, and he's drawn the walk. Lopez on for his second time in 3 trips.
See if the Lugnuts can get some insurance, Jesse. As we've mentioned, they've kept the aggression and had some good at-bats against Mathewson, but so far a sac fly, the only run they've been able to produce.
Here are the big hitters, Moreno followed by Groshans and Robertson. Moreno scalds one to right field. That baseball is caught on a slide by Ward. He went feet first to his left in front of the warning track, and he robs Moreno. Well, the Loons have gone to the bullpen now. They've brought out Kevin Malashevsky. Quick pickoff throw, and Lopez is gone. A pickoff at first base. Otto Lopez picked cleanly, and we'll have to watch Jordan Groshans bat in the 6th inning. Chris Mathewson ends up going 4 2/3 innings. Malashevsky comes out of the pen, does not even need to throw a pitch, and off we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Kyle Johnston back to the mound for the Lugnuts, protecting that 1-0 lead. Shaps, Barbary, and Kruder, 6, 7, 8 in the Loons order. Here's a ground ball sent toward short. Backhand Lopez, plants, fires, retires Shaps. Once again, the Great Lakes Loons, if your name is not Miguel Vargas, you are 0-for in this game. There's 2 hits, 2 singles for the Loons' number 3 hitter. Chase Barbary, the batter, takes a called strike 3. And Kyle Johnston continues to roll right along.
Yeah, and he hasn't been doing it by swings and misses or strikeouts in general. That's just his 2nd strikeout. It's been a lot of contact, but just terrific defense, good placement by the Lugnuts. And Johnston just simply forcing the Loons hitters to swing and getting them to swing at weak contact.
Cole Kruder takes down low, and that's a 4-pitch walk. The first walk issued by Johnston. Now against the number 9 hitter, Luke Heyer. Luke Heyer is dangerous when it comes to power. Probably one of the strongest men in this Loons order. 1-0 Lugnuts. Heyer lines it to right field, sinking in a hurry. Down for a base hit in front of Robertson. It's Kruder taking the turn. Robertson's throw to third base. Not in time. Kruder safely in there, diving head first. Runners are at the corners for the leadoff hitter, Albert Suarez. Heyer at first. Kruder third. The 1-1. Sent on the line towards short. There's Lopez to take it out of the air, and that retires the side in the 5th inning. A walk and a single with 2 outs, and there was the first real threat for the Loons. Kyle Johnston retires them scorelessly. Off we go to the 6th inning. It is the Lugnuts 1, the Loons nothing. Thank you to our partners at Farm Bureau Insurance for their continued support of Lansing Lugnuts baseball. As we start up the 6th inning from Dow Diamond, the Lugnuts lead the Loons 1-0. And here's Jordan Groshans against the reliever, right-hander Kevin Malashevsky. First offering. Groshans hits it high and deep to left center field, but he didn't quite get enough. And it's caught by the center fielder, Sinatra, overlapping with Shaps from left. That is out number 1. Well, Robertson is coming up next for the Lugnuts. Robertson takes a called strike 3 at the knees. It scored the Lugnuts' first and, to this point, only run. Back in the 4th inning. Will Clark now, 2 outs, nobody on for the reliever Malashevsky. Adam, just a beautiful day, too, here in Midland.
Yeah, it's a beautiful park here, Dow Diamond. Nice spot for fans to come out in mid-Michigan to watch a great game.
And 0-2 catches Clark looking on the outside corner. Lansing Lugnuts go down in order. 1, 2, 3 go Groshans, Robertson, and Clark. Here we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is Lansing 1, Great Lakes nothing. This is OOTP, the 2020 simulation. Danny Sinatra leads off the home 6th, followed by Vargas and Ward. Right-hander Kyle Johnston remains in the game for the Lansing Lugnuts. A 3-2 pitch. That is popped up on the right side foul ground, and the catcher Moreno takes it in. That is just in front of the Great Lakes Loons dugout, where he waves to all of his friends. 1 gone for Miguel Vargas. You know, Gabriel Moreno, Adam, has a lot of friends on the Loons. He's got a lot of friends everywhere. Vargas foul pops one right side, even closer to the Loons dugout. Jake Boat takes it in. I don't know how many friends he has with the Loons. 2 outs.
Well, I'll tell you what, Miguel Vargas has not been friends to the Lugnuts today, but they did finally get him out. The guy that had reached twice, nice job getting the fly out there from Johnston.
Right, here's Ryan Ward on a line to right field, and there's Robertson to take it in on the sprint. 1, 2, 3 go the Loons against Johnston. And we are through 6 innings. 6 scoreless innings for the Lansing Lugnuts starter. Going to the 7th, Adam Jaksa will have the call of the game. It's the Lugnuts 1, the Loons nothing. Here's your trivia question of the game presented by Lafayette. Which future major leaguer debuted in the 2011 Midwest League Eastern Division Finals for the Lugnuts? So again, which future major leaguer debuted for the Lansing Lugnuts in the 2011 Midwest League Eastern Division Finals? How about a spot like that to make a debut? Is it A, Noah Syndergaard? Is it B, Anthony DeSclafani? Or is it C, Aaron Sanchez? And as a reminder, every Tuesday, you can go to milb.com/Lansing/fans/contests to answer Lansing Lugnuts trivia and win. We will give you that answer coming up next inning. We go to the 7th inning. Adam Jaksa has your call of the game.
All right, Jesse, let's see if the Lugnuts can potentially add some insurance here in the later innings. This game, man, it seems like it's only been 15, 20 minutes. We've already made it to the 7th inning. It's flying by. First pitch to Jake Broach, or the 2-2 pitch, rather, is in there for another strike three. 3 strikeouts today for Broach.
Adam, you know that a lot of folks around baseball would say when you mention that the game is flying, you are certain to jinx it.
Well, hopefully that doesn't happen here. In the meantime, Malashevsky's racked up 3 straight strikeouts. Here's Obeso. He breaks up the strikeouts, but still grounds out to Luke Heyer at third. 2 gone.
Lugnuts offense has been largely quiet in this game. There were the base hits that were scattered by the starter Mathewson, but really too much.
Now it's LJ Talley's turn. He rockets this down the left field side, hanging up in foul territory. Heyer covering a lot of ground, and he goes over to make the catch. And we continue at the fast pace. Through 6.5. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th. As we stretch it out, Lugnuts still in front by a run in Midland. Bottom of the 7th, it's Kyle Johnston to face Jimmy Titus, Andrew Shaps, and Chase Barbery. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss from Titus. Still getting the strikeouts in this 7th inning is Kyle Johnston. He has been excellent in this game.
He reared back and he threw that fastball right by him.
He's only thrown 79 pitches, which is pretty good getting into this 7th inning. Now it's Shaps' turn. On the ground is second. Talley picks up, fires to first. 2 outs.
Adam, with that kind of pitch count, it would not be a surprise to see him if he can get Barbery to come right back for the 8th inning.
Yeah, we'll see if he can get another 1-2-3 after he had one in the 6th. First pitch to Barbery on the ground, over to Groshans and back to Broach, and there is that 1-2-3 inning. So now it is 7 straight retired by Kyle Johnston. He continues to roll, only allowing 3 base hits so far. The Lugnuts will take that 1-0 lead into the 8th at Dow Diamonds.
It is now time to give you the answer to our LaughQ trivia question of the game. That trivia question one more time. Which future major leaguer debuted for the Lansing Lugnuts in the 2011 Midwest League Eastern Division Finals? Was it Noah Syndergaard, Anthony DeSclafani, or Aaron Sanchez? Adam, your answer was?
Noah Syndergaard.
That is not correct. It was Aaron Sanchez who made his Lansing Lugnuts debut in the playoffs. Aaron Sanchez's very first Lugnuts appearance came in the Eastern Division Finals. That is your LaughQ trivia question of the game.
I had the right position, Jesse, just not the right pitcher.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Ready for the 8th inning. Lugnuts clinging to a 1-run lead. To take you home the rest of the way, here's Jesse Goldberg-Strassler.
Adam Jaksa, thank you so much. As we start up this 8th inning, Steinmetz, Lopez, and Moreno. 9-1-2 in the order. Hunter Steinmetz begins things with a line drive base hit to right center that goes all the way to the wall. Sinatro digs it out. Steinmetz is around second base, and then the brakes applied right there. Lead-off double for the Lansing Lugnuts, looking for insurance. Kevin Malashevsky, the reliever, staying in there for the Great Lakes Loons. Top of the order time, and Otto Lopez now. 1-0 Lugnuts. Lopez hits it hard to center field. Sinatro goes back, flags this one down. The tag by Steinmetz on his way to third, pulling in standing ahead of the throw. And Adam, another prime scoring opportunity.
Yeah, second time that Steinmetz has been at third in this game. Let's see if this time the Lugnuts can get him in, because they would love that 2-run advantage late.
They intentionally walk Gabriel Moreno. That puts runners at the corners for Jordan Groshans.
I really like this for the Lugnuts. I know Moreno is a tough bat, but so is Jordan Groshans, and now a great chance for Lansing to add on to their lead.
A call to the bullpen for the Great Lakes Loons. The right-hander Nick Roth has come in. Groshans is 0 for 2 with a walk. The 2-2 is swung at and missed, and down he goes. Second out of the 8th.
Well, that's tough for Jordan Groshans. A big spot. And Lansing, again, they've had chances in this game, but they just have not been able to push many runs across the board.
How about Will Robertson batting left? Check swing, 2-2. The appeal went around too far, and down he goes. Roth comes out of the pen to strike out Groshans and Robertson. Lugnuts strand runners at the corners. Lead remains 1-0. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Cole Kruder leads things off for the Great Lakes Loons. 8-9-1. Kruder, Heyer, and Suarez. The right-hander Kyle Johnston still in. And the pitch is lined to third, where it's taken in by Groshans. That does it. And now we see the pitching change. Junior Marte has come out of the pen. But Kyle Johnston goes 7 1/3 innings. Marte to Luke Heyer. Got him on strikes. And there's 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Adam, you and I, let's talk about Kyle Johnston, 7 1/3 scoreless innings.
Yeah, and it's going to be relying upon the bullpen to hold up this game. But, man, Johnston was excellent. Multiple stretches in this game where the Loons just could do nothing against him.
Albert Suarez lines a base hit to left center. That ball travels to the wall. The left fielder Obeso picks it up, gets it in. That is a 2-out double for the Loons. Just like that, tying runners into scoring position.
Yeah, the hardest hit ball the Loons have had all day. Their first extra base hit only had 3 singles against Johnston. So Marte now trying to work out of this jam and preserve this lead.
Lugnuts go back to the pen. Here's Jarrett Martin to come in. This is lefty against lefty. On a ground ball sent down to first base by Danny Sinatro. They get him. Wrote to his bag. That strands the runner at second base. Luis Hurtado making the right moves. He went to his pen a couple of times. Lansing Lugnuts have continued to hold the Loons scoreless through 8 innings from Dow Diamond. Thank you to our partners at Gordon Food Service for their continued support of Lugnuts baseball. Into the 9th inning. The Lansing Lugnuts clinging to a 1-0 lead. Only run scored all the way back in the 4th. Lefty Andre Davis is now taken over for the Loons to take on Clark, Grote, Obeso. Lugnuts 5, 6, 7 batters. With Adam Jaksa and Jesse Goldberg-Strassler. Philip Clark on a 1-2. Down on strikes. Fastball right by him. Adam, I don't know about that Lugnuts 1-0 lead. They might need a little bit of a cushion. Kyle Johnston out of the game going to the pen. All the while Great Lakes has called upon the right-hander Tommy Burns.
Yeah, especially with Johnston no longer pitching in this game. The door is certainly left open if the Lugnuts can't find a way to add another.
Been a tough game for Jake Broad. He had struck out 3 times. He doesn't strike out here, but he does fly out to left field, so now he's 0 for 4. With 2 outs, here's Noberto Obeso. Great Lakes Loons, meanwhile, using their 4th reliever of the game. Obeso elevates it to right field. Routine for Ward. Underneath. Puts it away. And 2 relievers. 3 outs. No base runners for the Lansing Lugnuts in the top of the 9th inning. We are going to the bottom of the 9th with that 1-0 lead. Hold up. Lugnuts leading the Great Lakes Loons. Lansing goes to its closer, the right-hander Steven Wilson out of the pen. Miguel Vargas, Ryan Ward, and Jimmy Titus do up. That's 3, 4, and 5. And Vargas is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. The 1-1. And high in the air, left center field. Hanging up there for Steinmetz, and he's got out number 1.
Well, that's the toughest out right there. That leadoff man, if you can get him, it certainly increases your chances. And with the way Vargas has swung today, that's a big out for Wilson.
First pitch to Ryan Ward. Ground ball sent through the right side underneath the diving Jake Broad. Base hit to right field. Robertson gets it in, but that's a 1-out single for Ward. Jimmy Titus, who's 0 for 3. Lugnuts 2 outs away from a shutout win. Kyle Johnston, Junior Marte, Jared Martin, Steven Wilson. This pitch just misses. Lugnuts hate that call, but that's a walk for Ward. Time run in the scoring position. Loons are dangerous here. Andrew Shap's the batter. Double play ball would end the game. Slow dribbler to the mound. Pitcher picks it up, and Wilson's throw down to second base. Not handled cleanly by Talley, and everybody is safe, Adam.
Yeah, that's tough right there. They tried to potentially get the win and get the double play ball. An aggressive move from Wilson. Thought they could turn two, and now they're loaded up.
And here's a hit by pitch. Chase Barbary struck on the offering, and we are tied. Got away from Wilson. It forces in Ward. 1-1, and now the Loons could walk off with a win here. Lugnuts still need 2 more outs to even force extra innings.
Yeah, wow, things have really changed just with one pitch right there, going from having a chance to win to now just hoping to, as you said, salvage this thing into extras.
Matt Blackham has come on to replace Steven Wilson. Goes to Colt Kruder, and he gets him swinging. Out number 2. Well, now it's Luke Heyer batting 9th in the order. Game-winning run is at third base. If Blackham can get higher, we will have extra innings ahead. Base is loaded with Loons, 2 outs at 0-1. Ground ball down toward third. Long throw coming here from Groshans. Got him at first base, and the side retired. Well, the Loons do score 1, but they had the chance to win it, and they don't. As we go to the 10th inning, 1-1 Lugnuts and Loons. OOTP Baseball, and some drama with your evening.
When you think about it, there are lots of reasons to buy a new home. And with mortgage rates this low at LAFQ, it's all you need to make your move. Because you may not have the space for anything else, but there's always room for a great mortgage rate from LAFQ. Want a low mortgage rate for your new home? Ask for LAFQ. Stop in today or go to LAFQ.com/mortgage. LAFQ, your credit union for life.
Well, the Lansing Lugnuts had the chance for the shutout, but it got away from them in the bottom of the 9th inning. A bases-loaded hit by pitch of Chase Barbary forced in the game-tying run. So onward to the 10th, and the Loons have called upon the right-hander Drew Finley out of the pen. He'll take on Talley, Steinmetz, and Lopez, 8, 9, and 1. LJ Talley, first man up, hopped up on the right side foul ground. Catcher Barbary wants it. But no, it's the first baseman Vargas who bowls right through him, through a shoulder block, and made the catch. It was dangerous, but it's out number 1.
It certainly looked like right there he made the basket catch too, down by his knees. An interesting grab.
Hunter Steinmetz, a high fly ball to left field. Shaps under it, makes the catch. He's looking up into the stadium lights. There's 2 outs against Finley. Lugnuts are in danger of going down very quickly here, and then the Loons will have the chance to walk it off. By the way, note there is no bonus runner rule in effect. Lopez with a base hit up the middle. And the Lugnuts are not done yet here in this 10th inning.
Interesting how that plays effect, because we know, Jesse, with those bonus runner rules in the extras in minor league baseball, the games have been much quicker with that going on.
That's true. And they are introducing that into Major League Baseball with summer camp opening. There's a fly ball hit to left by Gabriel Moreno. Shaps takes it in. Lansing strands Lopez. We are going to the bottom of the 10th inning. The Great Lakes Loons, who trailed throughout this game, have the chance to win it with 1 run. 1-1 Lugnuts and Loons from Dad Diamond. Top of the order coming up against the right-hander Matt Blackham. Adam, how about the relief work by Blackham to force extra innings in the bottom of the 9th?
Yeah, that was huge by him in a tough spot.
A ground ball to shortstop. Lopez handles and retires Suarez with the throw. 1 gone. Blackham came out there after Steven Wilson just imploded. Retired Miguel Vargas to open up the inning, and we figured that was pretty darn good. Fly ball sent deep down the left field line toward the corner. This is trouble. Obeso with a backhand stab of a catch, and there's 2 gone.
Well, that's a heck of a grab right there. It looked like it may have had a chance to end this game and get up over the wall. Instead, it stays in, and then Obeso tracks it down. What a catch.
Now Miguel Vargas with a high drive to left field, but this one isn't as deep. Easier for Obeso, and we go to the 11th inning where Adam Jaksa will have the call. We are still tied, Lugnuts and Loons 1-1.
We go on to the 11th inning. Adam Jaksa, Jesse Goldberg-Strassler, 1-1 our score in Midland between the Loons and the Lugnuts. Jordan Groshans, Will Robertson, Philip Clark up against the right-handed reliever Drew Finley. 1-2, and it's a strikeout. Groshans going down for the second time. Went down looking. A lot of strikeouts in the later innings here for the Lugnuts. Going back to the 6th inning, they've struck out now 7 times.
Adam, it's been these batters too, the 3, 4, 5, 6 hitters who've supplied the strikeouts.
Robertson has struck out twice. This time he puts it in play. It's falling, but eventually Sinatra able to come up and make the catch for the second out.
That ball was hit hard too. Top spinning out there to Sinatra in deep center.
Let's see about Philip Clark. Had a double back in the 4th, back-to-back strikeouts in his last 2 at-bats. First pitch swinging to Kruder at second, and that's going to do it for the Lugnuts. They go down quietly again in the 11th. We play on at Dow Diamond, still tied 1-1. Bottom of the 11th, Matt Blackham back out there against Ward. Titus and Shaps tied at 1 in Midlands. Payoff pitch coming right away to Ward. He swings and drives this out to right, backing up Robertson towards the wall, and he makes the grab. Long fly ball from Ryan Ward.
Reminds me of back in the first 2 innings when the Lugnuts outfielders were on their horse to catch long drives.
There's another one sent out to deep, center field this time, and Titus makes the catch. And you're absolutely right. Steinmetz had a couple of great grabs. Robertson just made one, or Basso in the last half inning. Throughout this game, the outfielders are keeping the Lugnuts in this game defensively. The 0-2 pitch is on the ground, easier for Talley to grab, and he goes to first. And we will play on. 11 innings, still not enough to decide who's going to win this battle that has turned into an epic battle in Midland, 1-1 as we head to the 12th.
11 innings, not enough to decide this one yet. We go to the 12th. I'm Jesse Goldberg-Strassler. I'm joined by Adam Jaksa. Marcus Solbach is out of the Great Lakes Loons pen. We'll take on Brote, Obeso, Talley, 6, 7, 8 in the Lugnuts order. Jake Brote first man up. A ground ball at the third base side. Long throw coming here for third baseman Higher. Got him at first base. And there's one gone. The Great Lakes Loons have just gone to that bullpen over and over. Malashevsky, Ronk, Martin, Burns, Finley. Solbach gives up this line shot to right field. That is taken in by Ward to retire Norberto Obeso. Or I should say, Frankie Jezioro batting in Obeso's spot. And here's LJ Talley with 2 outs and nobody on. As the Lugnuts are just going down quickly. Little lofter into left field. Talley keeps the line moving. A 2-out single to left. That extends the frame for Hunter Steinmetz.
It's the first hit and base runner of these extra innings.
These extras have been pitching dominating. Could lead into a conversation about why the minor leagues installed that bonus runner. Hunter Steinmetz, a comebacker, past Solbach, and then the shortstop Suarez does not have a chance to make a play. Infield single, Hunter Steinmetz's 3rd hit of the game. The Lugnuts have runners at first and second for Otto Lopez.
I should say the second hit, Lopez had that first hit in the extras in the 10th, and now 3 hits. Let's see if he can get another.
Ground ball to second. Kruder makes the play at second base, and that does it for the Lugnuts in the top of the 12th. They strand those 2 base hits. 11.5 complete, and we are still tied. 1-1 from Dow Diamond. This is all simulated baseball, out of the park baseball, simulating the 2020 Lugnut season. No Lugnut season. Adam Jaksa. I'm Jesse Goldberg-Strassler. Your voices of the Lugnuts calling the action. Marco Hernandez starts things off in the bottom of the 12th inning with a base hit to center field. He's up there in place of Chase Barbery. The Great Lakes Loons are really getting to their bench, same as the Lansing Lugnuts. Frankie Jezioro is now playing left field for the Lugnuts. Here's Cole Kruder against the lefty Matt Marksburg. 1 run would win it. There's a drive to left field for Frankie Jezioro down the line to his right, there to make the catch. There's that number 1.
What's crazy last year, Jesse, we were talking about it. The Lugnuts did not have a game that went longer than 10 innings. They had multiple extra innings games, but this a very long one today.
Marksbury blows away Luke Higher, 93-mile-an-hour fastball. 2 gone. Let's see Will there be 13 innings ahead? We're one out away from the 13th. Albert Suarez against Matt Marksbury. Lugnuts looking to force that next frame. They've got their big bats coming up next inning, too. Runner takes off, the pitch outside, throw down to second base in time. Marco Hernandez is caught. And Adam, we're going to the 13th inning. What a throw by Moreno. 1-1 Lugnuts and Loons. This is out of the park baseball. Lansing Lugnuts, the Great Lakes Loons, playing onward into the night.
We play on into the 13th. Our last run came in the 9th when the Loons tied it up. The Lugnuts scored in the 4th. Since then, no runs. But the heart of the order due up against Marcus Solbach here in the 13th as it starts with Gabriel Moreno, the two-hitter. First pitch, Moreno swings. A deep ball out to center field. Sinatro going back, and he makes the catch at the warning track. What a drive to dead center by Moreno.
Moreno has such great power, but that is the deepest part of Dow Diamond.
Now the 2-0 pitch to Groshans. He sends a fly ball out to right center field. Ward coming over and calls off Sinatro. A couple of long flies and a couple of catches for the Loons.
I think here's the worry is the batter's trying to end the game or at the very least give the Lugnuts the lead with a home run. They can manufacture a rally to break the tie.
They just need a base runner right now. The 3-1, and they'll get it. Robertson draws the walk. So once again, the Lugnuts able to get a runner on. They left two stranded in the last half inning. Can they take advantage here? Because we've got a new hitter, it looks like.
Yeah, Demi Oramaloy's come out there for the Lugnuts.
And Oramaloy swings and misses. Can't come through on the pig shit in place of Philip Clark, and the Lugnuts again put a 0 up on the scoreboard. Again, they have not been able to score since that one run back and forth. And now we go to the bottom of the 13th. Marksbury back out there. And here's the pitch. 1-1 coming on its way to Suarez. Swings and ropes it fair down the line in the corner, right side. Played by Robertson. Sliding in the second. Suarez beats the tag, and he's got a leadoff double.
That was a wicked line drive that was past Broke before he could get there.
Now the Lugnuts in danger here of potentially allowing this game to get away. One run can win it. Sinatro on the ground to second. This will advance the runner to third. The throw to first is just in time. There's one out, but Sinatro does his job and moves Suarez over.
I'd consider it an intentional walk now.
Yeah, because Miguel Vargas has been excellent. Instead, he singles to center field. The Loons come pouring out of the dugout. It's a walk-off single for Miguel Vargas as Suarez scores. And the Loons take down the Lugnuts 2-1 in the 13th.
Welcome into Lansing Lugnuts postgame. I'm Jesse Goldberg-Strassler with Adam Jaksa. Adam, a 13-inning Lansing Lugnuts defeat in tonight's OOTP Lugnut simulation.
Well, what a great game it was. Unfortunately, not the result that you or I or the Lansing Lugnut fans were hoping for, but we saw great pitching at times. We saw clutch hitting, and then it turned into an elongated night at Dow Diamond where unfortunately the Lugnuts couldn't come through. But I tell you what, they battled. There were some individual performances. Hunter Steinmetz was excellent. He reached base 3 times, stole a bag, also made some excellent defensive plays in center, along with all of the Lansing Lugnut outfielders, some great grabs tonight. And then, of course, you go to Kyle Johnston, 7 1/3 innings pitched. He set the tempo to give the Lugnuts an absolute awesome opportunity to win this one. They just couldn't quite come through in the end.
Well, they could not, but Johnston 7 1/3 scoreless innings. Our Lansing Lugnuts hit of the game. Adam, I suppose we have to go back to the 4th inning. The Lugnuts only rally.
Yeah, I think so. And they scored on a sac fly, so not an actual hit. But to set up that potential run score was Philip Clark. After the walk by Robertson, he got the double, 2nd and 3rd, and then you had the sac fly come from Obeso. So I'm going to go with that Philip Clark double, which at that point was the first extra base hit of the game for the Lugnuts.
Lugnuts' record in the simulation season, not what you'd want it to be, falls to 33-46. The Loons improved to 39-40. We'll see if next week supplies any kind of change to our fortunes. But at the very least, competitive, exciting baseball, and maybe, Adam, an explanation why minor league baseball utilizes the bonus runner in the extra innings.
Yeah, we got furthering proof tonight that that was the right decision. Again, you and I last year during that 2019 Lugnut season, we didn't make it past 10 innings. We get to the extra inning. You got the runner at second base, the guy that made that last out from the previous inning in the ninth, and then it was over. Tonight, it goes 13 innings, and certainly we are not going to complain about more baseball. Unfortunately, we were hoping the Lugnuts came out on top, but that rule seems to be a good one in minor league baseball.
If you're a Major League Baseball fan, it's going to take some getting used to. You will resist it. It is not for people who consider themselves baseball purists, but at the minor league level, we understand how it is used, its effectiveness, and its drama too, because we saw those extra innings started to roll right along 1, 2, 3. There was really not that feeling of a team could break this tie at any point up until the Loons won it in the bottom of the 13th.
Yeah, and you'll get the fight back from the younger generation of baseball fans that aren't the purists, that are wanting the game to be a little bit more compelling or exciting and not drag on. That runner on second base certainly adds a compelling component to the game when you've already sat through 9 innings of baseball, and it can give you kind of that interesting type of ending or that firework type of ending. Now, we certainly got that either way tonight, but I like the addition of the strategy that changes in baseball. It's been played this way for so many years, but you implement a runner starting on base, there's a different strategy to how the pitchers and the defense and even the offense is trying to approach that half inning as opposed to starting with nobody on base.
Lugnuts fall in 13 innings to the Great Lakes Loons in tonight's simulation. Final score 2-1. Adam, Jaksa, any final thoughts?
No, tough one tonight, Jesse. You said it, though. They're competing, and tip your cap to Kyle Johnson. Really gave the Lugnuts a chance to win this one. I think we can go back to when the Lugnuts were really peppering Chris Mathewson. They were aggressive. They were getting base runners, and only being able to secure one run, I think, ultimately was their downfall. Not getting a couple of more runs, that insurance. Otherwise, I think they pull this one out tonight.
I agree with you. Well, until next week, until our broadcast of the next simulation, we wish you well. Happy Independence Day coming up too. Until next week, for Adam Jaksa, I'm Jesse Goldberg-Strassler. Find all the latest Lugnuts information via LansingLugnuts.com at Go Nuts.